one guy that was living with us, Tim Leveque. Probably the weirdest guy I've ever met in my life.
What is he, 6'4", 6'5", 265?
Well, he's a pretty good guy. He's tall, and everybody was afraid. He's a military guy.
He's just got a lot of muscle on him.
I don't know what the Army did to him or what they trained him to do.
He usually has his head shaved.
I would just like to know what he
history
is. Yeah, just what it really is.
Well, I hope he doesn't watch this because maybe he'll hunt me down and stuff, but,
like, was he ever in the Navy? Was he ever in that? Or was he just some form of...
Well, he's on a pension, so...
Like, but some form of Army, or maybe he was in the militia, maybe, like, or...
We're going to pick up Tim Leveque at the bus station. He's coming in for the game tonight.
I couldn't believe when they brought him. I had never heard anything about this guy.
He likes to tell you different things. So it's just, like the one time when he left, he said he was working at a bomb unit or
He said he was talking to Richard. Richard's bringing him in for the game.
Super nice guy. Don't know what to say because I don't know what the hell's going through his head half the time. I drove with him a couple times to a few games. And he was in the back of my van yelling and screaming. And,
like he's an outdoor talker.
He tried to teach Mackenzie how to do a skipping rope one day over at the rink, and he was like talking like he was talking to a drill sergeant. I don't know what to say about Tim. Oh my gosh.
he's such a nice guy too, man.
Yeah, yeah. Tim? How you doing?
How are you doing?
Good. Ready to go? I'm parked in no parking zone.
Right. You know, the good thing about playing here, Mike, is that you know, you're very close to the Molson Center and the Montreal Canadiens Hockey Club. There's a lot of scouts in Montreal, eh? There's a lot of hockey scouts in Montreal because there's so many hockey players and so many hockey teams in Montreal and Laval and all the surrounding cities in Montreal, you know. So there's always scouts watching all the games. They make a living just scouting hockey players. You know, I'm reading the hockey news and I'm reading about players who've been slugging it out in the minors. I've heard of 30-year-old hockey players getting drafted into the NHL. You know, I'm sure what you read in the hockey news is probably fairly accurate, you know. Well, because of my size, I think, and because of my background, I think they want me to be an intimidator on the ice. You know, I'm not a player that yet plays the power plays or penalty killing or specialty teams. I go out onto the ice to try and intimidate the other players on the other teams. I've played 6 games now. I've been in 6 fights. So that's what they want me to do, and I guess I got to prove myself. I play hockey too. You know, last night I played some shifts in the 3rd period. Really enjoy playing. There's a lot of boys who are playing this man's sport of hockey. I'm a man. I play like a man. At 33 years old, you know, I play hockey like a tough man would play hockey. It's definitely a lot more comfortable than having to be in a war zone. Playing hockey on a hockey team is definitely a lot more comfortable than being in a war zone. There's no doubt about that.
I'm going to drive him to the station on the way to You going back?
I'm going to Norfolk. I've been talking to Al McIsaac, the general manager of the Norfolk Admirals hockey team. They're the farm team of the Chicago Blackhawks in the American Hockey League. I've been sending scouting reports back and forth. I'm just going to drive down there, put my car back on the road, drive down there, and I'm going to train the Admirals for the rest of the season. You know, if they don't want me to finish the season there, I'll come back here and finish the season here. I got enough games in here to play the playoffs, so anything could happen, right? I mean, you know, Blackhawks could be there, you know, saying we want to give you a contract. Who knows what could happen, right?
Last time I talked to you, you were on your way to Norfolk
Yeah.
with the Admirals.
Well, you see, you know, I thought I would have an opportunity in Norfolk.
Yeah, this is kind of
What me and the landlady, we decided we'd make this into like a workout room. Otherwise, like, she's got storage here, so.
What happened with the Chiefs?
Well, I was in 11 fights and 9 games, and they were using me as a fighter, and that was the first time in my life that I was ever solely used for that purpose on a hockey team. Had this York 2001 for training. You know, as a kid, when I was playing, it was a sport, you know. It was different. I have other weights. It's just not enough room to put them here.
What are you doing here then? You got a job?
No. Had 2 interviews last week.
Yeah.
Worked 1 day last week for $5 per hour.
Doing what?
Washing dishes in the kitchen. Made a good friend with almost all the players on the team. You know, they were all good to me. They were all friendly with me, and I sort of got the impression that we were like a family. We were kind of like a hockey family. This is the Royal Canadian Legion Children's Sports Day, and I was a participant in that, and that was on July 8th in 1978, and this was put on. The Royal Canadian Legion had a sports day for all of the children. So you know, we all got to participate in that, and they give us a badge or a patch. What I used to do was I used to sew all the patches on my jackets. I sewed all the patches on my jackets, eh?